Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. The 1960 Topps baseball set reverts back to their horizontal design common during the mid-1950s. The set is headlined by the rookie cards of Kio Stomsky, Willie McCovey, and Jim Kaat. The 1960 Topps baseball design is classic and instantly recognizable. Featuring a very bright scheme, 8 different colors were used in the printing of the front of the cards, including combos with orange, red, yellow, pink, blue, light blue, green, or light green. The base fronts are divided into 3 main areas, with a larger color photograph on the right and a smaller black and white photo on the left. Hard to miss, the player's name is listed on the bottom in alternating colors. The card backs contain biographical information, statistics, and a cartoon about the player. The season highlights section lists notable dates and events from the player's previous year. Printed and released in 7 different series, the card backs can be found in a variety of colors. Most series were printed entirely in one color, while one has multiple backs. Series 1 and 3 have cream backs, while Series 2, 4, 6, and 7 have gray backs. Series 5 cards can have either a cream back, gray back, or a more limited white back. The set contains several themed subsets. Combo cards, generally with a specific tagline, return along with the team checklists and manager cards. Sport Magazine 1960 Rookie Star cards include the Yastrzemski and Kaat rookies. Topps All-Star Rookies cover the top first-year players from the previous season and includes the McCovey rookie. 2 other subsets include the World Series highlights, which document the championship series won by the Los Angeles Dodgers over the Chicago White Sox. Finally, part of the scarcer high series, Sport Magazine 1960 All-Star Selection cards offer additional cards for some of the top names in the set. In this video, I'm going to show off the top 10 most valuable cards from the 1960 Topps set based on their PSA 7 values. I'll also give the values of those cards in higher grades, as well as the population count of those grades. Now, before I get to the top 10, here are the cards that just missed the top 10. At number 15, the Stan Musial card. At number 14, the Hank Aaron All-Star card. At number 13, the Yogi Berra card. At number 12, the Willie Ma's All-Star card. And at number 11, the Jim Kaat rookie card. So, which cards made the top 10 list? Let's go find out. Coming in at number 10, we have the Ernie Banks card. In the PSA 7, there have been 470 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $304. There have been 229 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $761. There have been 19 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in September of 2022 through Memory Lane, and it sold for $10,892. There's not been a PSA 10 graded Ernie Banks. At number 9, the Sandy Koufax card. In a PSA 7, there have been 1,087 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $374. There have been 521 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $950. There have been 42 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in June of 2023 through Golden Auction, and it sold for $18,000, placing the Sandy Koufax in a tie for the 4th position on this top 10 list in terms of PSA 9 values. There has been 1 card graded a PSA 10. However, in VCP's database, there is no reported sale of that card. So who knows what that 1 PSA 10 Sandy Koufax card would sell for today. At number 8, the Bob Gibson card. It's his 2nd year card. In a PSA 7, there have been 482 graded copies with a current VC average price of $389. There have been 107 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,220. There have been 23 graded A PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in February of 2022 through eBay and sold for $6,601. There has not been a PSA 10 graded copy of the Bob Gibson card. At number 7, the Mickey Mantle All-Star card. In a PSA 7, there have been 843 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $534. There have been 550 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $1,197. There have been 74 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $2,865. There have been 4 graded A PSA 10. The last PSA 10 sale was in March of 2021 through Golden Auction, and it sold for $61,200, placing the Mickey Mantle All-Star card at the number 3 spot in terms of PSA 10 graded cards on this top 10 list. At number 6, the Roberto Clemente card. In the PSA 7, there have been 1,203 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $551. There have been 609 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $1,680. There have been 49 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $18,000, tying the Roberto Clemente with the Sandy Koufax card at the number 4 spot in terms of PSA 9 values on this top 10 list. And there has not been a single PSA 10 graded copy of the Roberto Clemente card. At number 5, the Willie McCovey rookie card. In a PSA 7, there have been 667 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $633. There have been 295 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $1,345. There have been 30 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $16,748. And like some of the other cards on this list, there has not been a PSA 10 graded copy of the Willie McCovey rookie card. At number 4, the Willie Ma card. In the PSA 7, there have been 790 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $758. There have been 319 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $2,171. There have been 27 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $17,820, placing the Willie Ma at the number 5 spot in terms of PSA 9 values on this top 10 list. And there have been 3 PSA 10s graded of the Willie Ma card. The only PSA 10 sale in VCP's database sold in July of 2019 through Heritage Auction for $75,000, placing the Willie Ma at the number 2 spot in terms of PSA 10 values on this top 10 list. At number 3, the Kio Stomsky rookie card. In a PSA 7, there have been 1,628 copies graded with a current VCP average price of $766. There have been 586 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $2,136. There have been 44 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $22,867, placing the Kio Stomsky rookie card at the number 3 spot as well in terms of PSA 9 graded copies. And there has been 1 graded A PSA 10. The only PSA 10 sale, recorded sale of that card took place in May, all the way back in 2012 through SCP auctions, and back then it sold for $83,813, placing the Kio Stomsky rookie card at the number 1 spot in terms of PSA 10 values on this top 10 list. At number 2, the Hank Aaron card. In a PSA 7, there have been 474 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $922. There have been 207 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $4,010. There have been 9 graded A PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in August of 2023 through REA Auction, and it sold for $78,000, placing the Hank Aaron at the number 1 spot in terms of PSA 9 graded copies on this top 10 list, and there has not been a single PSA 10 graded copy of the 1960 Hank Aaron card. And at number 1, yes, you probably guessed it, the Mickey Mantle card. In a PSA 7, there have been 953 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $2,400. There have been 315 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $6,511. There have been 29 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $57,200, placing the Mickey Mantle at the number 2 spot in terms of PSA 9 values on this top 10 list. And yes, there has not been a single PSA 10 graded copy of the 1960 Topps Mickey Mantle card. So there you go, the top 10 most valuable cards from the 1960 Topps set. Would love to know in the comments what you think about the set and the cards that made the top 10 list. And if you've missed any of the videos in this series, here are 2 that you can check out. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.